Alright, today is May 5th. I bought some marigolds yesterday at Lowe's. They were on sale for $2 per pot. I made sure I got ones that have 2 in each pot. So I got 6 for the price of 3. Thought I was being tricky there. Blake was not as impressed as I was. These, of course, are going next to my tomatoes. This guy doesn't look like it's recovered at all from whatever the problem was last weekend. These ones, however, are looking really good. This one is huge when you compare it to the other ones. This guy has lost its seed leaves, which is perfectly normal. We got good secondary growth. Over here, the pumpkins are getting huge. So those will go out probably in another 2 weeks if they can last that long in the greenhouse. Here's my cauliflower, also looking really good. My sage is looking like it's gonna be nice and healthy this year. So this tray, the verbena, I'm going to transplant probably over the weekend. I bought new pots, but I forgot to pick up more soil. Straw flowers also look like they're going to be ready to transplant soon. The foxglove probably needs a couple more weeks in the greenhouse, but the snapdragons are looking like next weekend I can transplant them into pots. I don't even want to show you my poblano peppers, it's just sad. Here we have some really great growth happening on the lemon tree. I'm not really sure how you prune a lemon tree, so I need to do some research to make sure that upward growth is good. Over here is my midnight phlox. You can see my corn is growing nice and steady. I finally got the gadget I've been waiting for, so I could tell how warm it's been in here. It's 79, it was 80 when I got in here before I opened the door. So glad I got that. These are my red peppers. Most of them look pretty good. This cauliflower somehow still hanging on. I have no idea how. It looks like my unhappy French melons, at least one of them is coming back to life. Watermelon's looking happy. Oh, bless you, Autumn.
Thank you, Mommy.
I took some of the flower pots outside, and I'll show you those outside. But I still have the wintergreen in here because it needs to set up a little bit more.
Flying flowers on a string that you hold while you're spinning around. My mom saved these for me. They're 2 little, not real flowers, but they're super pretty. Here we got this cute new flower.
That's one of the pansies.
Yeah.
The deer did a nice job of deadheading.
Yeah, deer.
For us.
Bad deer.
So now we're going to have a bunch of new growth once it's time for them to flower.
Yeah.
And over here we've got the midnight phlox starting. Here are my bachelor buttons. So my bachelor buttons have hardened off real well after I put them out. I think Wednesday we've had some chilly temps and a ton of rain. I got a rain gauge. It says we got almost 2 inches of rain this week. The hollyhock and zinnias are looking good outside as well. I don't know if they are doing quite as well as I had hoped. You can see they're kind of yellowing. Some of them look like they're in shock, but no, we'll see. Here are my pots for my verbena and other plants. I got an arbor for 20 bucks and some solar powered fairy lights that I put on top of the arbor. I also put them on top of the greenhouse. It looks really nice at night. Here, my other pot of, these are the dark purple hollyhock and my blue breadseed poppies. These guys look like they're doing great outside. You can see we really need to mow the lawn.
Okay.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
All hail Zorp. I trimmed the lilac bush back significantly and it looks much happier. I don't know if you can see how much it's grown this week alone. Maybe I'll have flowers on it this year. Fingers crossed. Here are the cilantro, which I am shocked at how much is coming up. And we've got the parsley, which hadn't started to sprout last week. You can see the chives are starting to come up. They also hadn't sprouted last week, but now I've got a bunch of germination. And over here is the dill, doing what dill does, grow nice and tall. We come over here, well, there's my rain gauge. I gotta be sure not to step on it. I got a purple iris. It's a Dutch iris that is, it's considered a marsh plant, so it's okay to go in the pond. And then down there I have a water lily that looks like it's already settling in pretty good. So these will be fun this summer. I got this $7 trellis yesterday on clearance. Normally I would have Blake build it, or I would try to build it. I'm gonna try to train the cucumbers to grow on it because we don't have as much height as I had hoped for with the fencing. So here we have the radishes doing what radishes do. Got a couple of weeds coming through the weed paper. You can see my peas are looking great. Look at those tendrils. And over here, lots of good pea stuff going on. So soon these will start grabbing on. These little tendrils will grab onto the fence here and grow straight up. And we'll have tasty spring peas. My singular French bean is doing good. I still don't have other beans coming through. And I still don't see any squash coming up. They might be a bust. Last week I had talked about how I like to use the Seed Savers catalog to buy my seeds, but I also love using kitchen garden seeds. John Sheepers is a great company. I've bought bulbs from him, from the company in the past, and I love the kitchen garden seeds. They offer some really great options. For instance, I got my purple snap peas from them this year. So I'm excited to see the purple snap peas when they're more mature. Another thing I really like about this catalog is that they include images of what the plants will look like. You can see they're just really beautiful drawings in the catalog. And because it's never too early to start planning your fall garden, I started looking at the garlic page. I would love to try to grow some garlic. I've seen people do it in pots, but I've never tried it myself. And then there is the kale. I would love to grow garlic and kale this fall. I know you have to start them around August, so I really need to start deciding if I'm going to try to grow it. And if anybody has grown kale or garlic, please let me know. I would love any hints you have. Thank you for watching the video. I will